Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will see array mathematics aggregate functions. For this, we are using a single dimensional NumPy array A containing elements 1, 2, 3 and a two-dimensional NumPy array containing elements of data type float 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First aggregate function is array-wise sum. It computes the sum of all the elements of the given NumPy array. Function is NumPy array name dot sum. A contains element 1, 2, 3, therefore A dot sum is 6. B contains element 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Adding them will result in a value 21.5. Next aggregate function is array-wise minimum value. For this purpose, we will use mean function. A dot mean will give minimum value from array A. B dot mean will give minimum value from array B. A contains element 1 to 3, therefore minimum is 1. B contains element 1.5 to 3, 4, 5, 6. So minimum value is 1.5. Next function is maximum value of an array. For this purpose, we can use max function. If you want to find out maximum row wise or column wise, you can use axis attribute. In this case, we have used axis is equal to 0 to get maximum value from the rows of the given NumPy array. Let's understand this output. Going to the dashboard, you have NumPy array B containing elements 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have row 1 and row 2. So if you have given axis is equal to 0, we have to go row wise, means vertically. So 1.54 maximum is 4, 2.5 maximum is 5, 3.6 maximum is 6. So the output was 4.0, 5.06. Returning back and cross checking the output, you have 4, 5 and 6. If axis value is given as 1, then we have to find out the maximum column wise. Returning back to the drawing board, if we check here, we have column 1, column 2, column 3, axis value is given as 1. Finding maximum column wise, you get 1.523. 3 is maximum, therefore you have 3.0. And from the next horizontal column wise maximum, we compare 4, 5, 6. 6 is maximum, therefore the second output is 6.0. So axis is equal to 1, we have to compute it horizontally. Axis is equal to 0, we have to compute it vertically. Axis is equal to 0 row wise, axis is equal to 1 column wise. So going back to the output, if axis is equal to 1, we are finding out it column wise. If axis is the output is 3, 6. If axis is equal to 0, we are computing it row wise, therefore output is 4, 5, 6. Next aggregation function is cumulative sum of elements of the NumPy array. For this purpose, we are using CumSum function. So NumPy array B, we are finding out cumulative sum along with the axis 1, means we have to find out its column wise. So going back to the dashboard, we have 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as B. When we find out cumulative sum of NumPy array B, the first element 1.5 remains as it is, 1.52 will result in 3.5. 3.5 plus 3 will result in 6.5. Axis is equal to 1. We are computing it horizontally column wise. Then initial value 4 will remain as it is. 4 plus 5, the output will be 9. 9 plus 6, the output will be 15. So we are using previously generated value, adding it to the next value to get the new value. Then the previous result will be added to the new value to get the resultant value. If axis is equal to 1, this will be done horizontally column wise. If axis was 0, the same operation was to be executed row wise vertically. So if we see the result, we have 1.5, 3.5, 6.5, 4, 9, 15, which agrees with the output which we have generated: 1.5, 3.5, 6.5, 4, 9, 15. Going to the next aggregate function, here we are computing mean of the NumPy array. It is taking average of values of NumPy array, adding the elements and dividing it by the number of elements will give you the mean. So a dot mean function will give the mean of NumPy array A, which is 2.0. B dot mean function will give the mean of NumPy array B, which is 3.58. Moving to the drawing board, we have A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Computing the mean of A, 1 plus 2 plus 3, adding all the elements, dividing it by the number of element, it will be 6 by 3, which is 2.0. For NumPy array B, which has element 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we are adding all the elements and divided it by total number of elements, which is 6. So we are doing 1.5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Total elements are divided by 6. 21.5 divided by 6, which gives 3.5833 recurring. So this is the mean of NumPy array B. We have to remember this value for later computations. Moving back to the slide, next aggregate function is median. For computing median, we use np.median function and pass it the NumPy array to get the median of the array. If you sort the element of the array and you select the middle value, you will get median of the NumPy array. For A, median will be computed as np.median and pass it a parameter NumPy array A. It will give a value 2. B contains 6 elements. To compute the median of B, we have to call np.median and pass it a NumPy array B. It will give the output 3.5. Moving to the drawing board, if you want to find out the median, you have to select the middle value after sorting the element. So 1, 2, 3 already sorted. Number of values are odd. So the middle element will be 2. So median of A is 2. For finding out median of B, which contains 6 elements, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they are written in sorted order, it will be 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Select the middle element. The number of values are even. So you get 3 and 4 in the middle. So what you have to do, you have to add the middle values and divided it by 2. Here we get 7 by 2, which is 3.5. So if the number of elements are odd, directly select the middle value. If the number of elements are even, select the two middle values, compute their average, you will get the middle value as median. So 3.5. So median of B was 3.5. Next aggregate function is standard deviation. Deviation shows the dispersion or variation of your data points which are given. Standard deviation is a measure of amount of variation or dispersion of set of values. If it is low, then values are closer to the mean. If it is high, then values are spread over a wider range. Standard deviation, if you want to compute standard deviation, you have to use np.std and pass the numpy array b. Formula for computation of standard deviation, moving back to the drawing board, it is square root of variance. Standard deviation is square root of variance. And now what is variance? It is the average, means 1 by n total of observation, of sum of squared differences of the data point with the mean. This is variance. Average, therefore 1.1 by n, sum of square differences of the data point with the mean, where mu is the mean and xi is the data point. For b, how it means, the standard deviation will be std is equal to square root of 1 by n into summation of xi minus mu square. For we have to compute this for numpy array b. B contains element 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Therefore, you have n value, total number of element as 6. Mean was computed previously 3.58. We are considering 2 decimal points. So, standard deviation will be square root of 1 by 6 in the larger square bracket, 1.5 minus 3.58 square. Second is 2 minus 3.58 square plus 3 minus 3.58 square plus 4 minus 3.58 square plus 5 minus 3.58 square plus 6 minus 3.58 square. If you compute this in Calci, result will be 1.59. So the standard deviation for numpy array b is 1.59. Thank you. Thanks for watching.